Hello and welcome. This month we've been exploring the theme of being in uncertainty, living with uncertainty. And today I'm going to put the spotlight really on running a business in uncertainty and how the elements of nature and how the practice of Tai Chi, of moving, can actually help us navigate what I have discovered to be an extremely tiring state of being. This last month has been a continual wave of new information or new non-information, conflicting information, and not knowing when or what changes might arise. And it's exhausting. And it feels like you're not doing anything or going anywhere. And that's part of what makes it feel so unsettling and so tiring. This navigating our way through uncertainty. So I'm going to stand up straight away and explore the movement that comes with water, yang water. Because it will help the body recognize what we're actually feeling and what our minds are going through. And from there, we can explore other ways of being in uncertainty. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to show you face on and then sideways. So we've got this wide stance, what I call the bow and arrow stance, with your feet two diagonal corners of a square. And hands out in front, turning the wrists. And here we go. This is yang water. Try it with me. No breath. Breathing in. Out breath, releasing at the front. It's a bit like being in a wave. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see it more clearly here. No breath. So we're going to try it here without a pause, without that no breath. Okay? So in breath to out breath. And this is what it's been feeling like, very turbulent. Just one wave after another of uncertainty and new information or conflicting information. So here we go. Like a wave, caught in the waves of the sea, splashing against the cliffs, and straight into another one. So you'll find that without breath, it becomes very tiring. Without the pause of no breath, when it's just in breath, out breath, receiving, trying to cope with it, receiving again, trying to cope with it. Will the road open? Won't it open? What does it mean? Will my clients arrive at the house? And this is what's happening for me. Each time there's clients arriving, I'm having to reassure them that they will be able to get through the roadblock. Making clear decisions that walkers that come just to go to the lake have no access to the lake unless they walk an extra 2.5 hours to get here, or have come over the cols, the high mountain passes to get here. Blair, you can hear the turbulence, and I started, you make the efforts that you can, you try and talk to people, but actually nothing really changes. And the more you talk to people, the more it feels like the tension increases. So sometimes finding out more doesn't help. And it's that no breath, that point of repair, that coming back to stillness and a sense of something larger than this particular situation, that allows us to stay grounded, and allows us to just recognize it as a period of transition, but it doesn't feel like transition at the minute because we haven't got a direction to go in. So we're just going to do it once again. The yang water. Yang water, I'm going to do it this way around so you can probably see more. Okay, so here I'm nice and square and firm. No breath. So it's in the no breath that I can feel the groundedness in the ground. I can sink even deeper through the hips, rooting. And I can feel the space above my head. No breath. And here's the turbulence. Breathing in, receiving whatever is happening. Out breath, responding, trying to cope, trying to do your best. No. It's that point of repère, that point of knowing that actually you're good and you will find your way through, and there's a longer term. I think that's what it's the emptiness, but it's also the long term. We're not going to be stuck in this turbulence forever. Except when we're in it and we get thrown by it, that feels like it's going to be never ending. Okay. I'm going to take a breath. Here. It allows us to remember humanity, and it allows us to remember, actually come back to the original source. Why am I doing this? What's so upsetting about not being able to do what I normally do? And I can start asking the question, what else can I do? What else can I be doing in this perturbation, this turbulence, that will still communicate our connection with nature, will still bring us back into connection with nature. So we're going to do yin water now. And it's yin water that has brought me back to this space, wanting to connect with you and exploring, opening up something different from what I was anticipating being doing this summer. So here. Here. Good. So I have my feet shoulder width apart, a bit further than shoulder width apart. You're going to imagine that you're standing waist deep in a lake of water with beautiful nature all around, trees, maybe it's mountains, maybe it's sea, maybe still water, more like a lake or a pond, wild water, and even a swimming pool. Okay, so no breath. And I'm resting my fingertips on the surface of the water with the in-breath, creating gentle ripples that my body can feel rippling around me. It's spread out in all directions. And the out-breath, allowing my hands to flow through the water, the elbows, the wrists, the fingertips, all the way out to the front, releasing tension, no breath, opening up to receiving, breathing in, gently flowing, creating ripples on the surface of the water. Letting the wrists flow through, creating a larger ripple, spreads out in front. And this yin water brings us back to calmness, a sense of belonging, melding with water, knowing we're 70% water ourselves. So we're allowing our being, our very being, to reconnect with the nurturing, resourcing, element of water. And what I'm noticing is I come back to the nurturing power of water, the source of life. And I look up, I'm looking up for the inspiration for the next words to share. Spaciousness, gentleness. And what that brings me is I can still be with my team who are in this with me, with a heart center, with gentleness. What it opens up is the ability to bring the other elements into play, even when I'm in this water zone. I can open my heart to understanding everybody in this. So I'm understanding that those in the prefecture who feels like from where we are, they're shutting us down and silencing us, literally, from what we do. They are acting still in the best interest from what they see. They're keeping everybody safe. Nobody's going to be at risk with the roads being unsettled. Nobody's going to get stuck in the mountains. Nobody's going to get damaged in a conflict with all the huge machinery that's here to help rebuild the roads. It allows me to say they are doing their best job. It also allows me to open up to voice, to my creativity, my ability to bring my voice into the equation with the element of wood. Creativity, we looked at that last month. And then also the element of fire comes in. How do I set a direction? How do I begin to take action that's meaningful in this very uncertain period? So I'm going to show you the third version of this, which is water connected with the other elements. Again, I'm going to do this sideways. Okay. So, no breath. And I'm going to keep my stance. It's a very firm stance, grounded, lifted. Breathing in breath. With the out breath, I use my voice and set a firm direction. No breath. In breath. Release. In breath. Out breath. No breath. And to ground that in, I bring it to the dantian, just below the belly button. To feel the power and strength of water combined with the element of wood, finding my voice, and with the element of fire, setting a direction. So this inspires me to actually intervene, have another conversation instead of subsuming and just trying to cope, to actually set a direction, have another conversation with the people that actually have contact with the prefecture, potentially write a letter, even though it's challenging for me to write a letter in French. But I can help. I have help that can help me make sure that that expresses what I'm trying to express. To shift the direction so that it's not just safety that is at play here, but also people's ability to come and be nurtured. It's the summer, it's the holiday period. People come to the lake to regain a sense of well-being. And if that's not happening, then that will have repercussions, ricochet effects. So it's a wider playing field than just me trying to run a business that feels like it's being shut down, or at least being blocked. So I hope you've enjoyed this exploration of the element of water, and begin to understand the play of using the Tai Chi, using the body movements to help us, help our minds align and regain a sense of centering and a sense of capability, resourcefulness. Water is a source. We go to the source, we go to the fountains, the springs. They are fabulous places also to sit and be with this nurturing energy of water. I look forward to hearing from you, and I really invite you to explore what's happening in your business life, and how it can be informed by the element of water, by nature, and your connection with nature, spending time in nature, and exploring the movements that relate those same qualities, that allow us to assimilate what those offer us. I wish you a fabulous week, and more tools to navigate your way through periods of uncertainty, so that we can live well in uncertainty. Bye.